Hello everyone, I'm assuming only like 3 people are going to be watching this. Today I'm going to be redesigning Marinette to Peng Chang. If you didn't know, she is the protagonist of a French kids show called Miraculous Ladybug, created by Thomas Astrup. Before we get into the redesign, I am not a character designer, I am Tis, but a 14-year-old kid that wants to do my own take on Marinette. Disclaimer, I am not a character designer. Okay, getting on to the redesign, I wanted to make Marinette look a bit more Asian, since she is supposed to be half Chinese in the actual show, and I wanted to make her show more of her Chinese culture. I decided to give her 2 buns on her head because it used to be a really popular hairstyle in China, but is now predominantly worn with traditional attire, but it's still super cute and she would look great with that hairstyle. I wanted Marinette to dress a bit more artsy since she is supposed to be an inspiring fashion designer. And the show seems to forget that a lot. And I can see her mother pushing her to dress really well because she's afraid Marinette is gonna get picked on for being Asian. And as we all know, kids can be pretty ruthless. I'm born and raised in Thailand, so I haven't really experienced racism. But from what I've heard from Asians that were raised in a predominantly white area, kids can be pretty harsh to anything that looks different to themselves. So on to Marinette as a character, we need to get rid of her being a total stalker and a creep. Like OG Marinette, leave my poor boy Adrian alone please. So my version of Marinette, she would obviously still like Adrian and we would still have that iconic umbrella scene. But I just want that to be the point where she starts getting interested in him. Not like the actual show where after that point she starts being full on obsessed and in love with him. Like girl, you hated him minutes before and just because he gave you an umbrella you're suddenly in love with him? And for her relationship with Chat Noir, I want her to not be interested at him at first because she's already semi-interested in Adrian. And when they start having that Mary Chat moment where they're speaking on the balcony, I want that to be the point where they both start being interested in each other's true selves. Because how can Adrian be interested in Marinette when she's a nervous wreck around him? So for the power system, Ladybug basically has 2 powers, the Lucky Charm and her being able to purify the Akumas. But Chat Noir only has 1 power, which is Cataclysm, and I find it weird since they're supposed to be equals, yin and yang. So in my version, they will both be able to purify the Akumas. And when Ladybug screams, "Miraculous Ladybug," that magically fixes everything, I want her to need Chat Noir to do it, because it doesn't make any sense for her to do it alone. Because Ladybug's power is a power of creation. How can she destroy debris and buildings that fall over? It doesn't make sense. She would need Chat Noir's power of destruction for that. So in my version, they would both need to say Miraculous Ladybug, destruction and creation working together to fix everything. Okay, so this has nothing to do with her redesign, but can we please talk about Chat Blanc? I get it, Marinette is traumatized from that experience. That's why she won't allow them to reveal their secret identities from that point on. But for the love of God, Marinette, you have the powers of creation. You can basically create everything. Just give him one of those magical charms that you gave to other people that won't allow Shadow Moth to be able to akumatize him. I do not understand why it's so hard for you to do, just as Alia said.
Yes, create! Your only limits are the ones you put on yourself.
Look, am I confusing something here? Because does she have to give the magical charm right after they get akumatized? Or can she just give it to them whenever she wants? Because if she has to give the magical charm right after they get akumatized, she can just create a new charm that she can give to them whenever she wants. She has the powers to do that. So for Ladybug's design, as you can see, it is very much inspired by Chinese traditional outfits. There's not really much to say here except for the fact that her Kwami is based on a bug and bugs can fly. So I gave her a cape that resembles ladybug wings. And I've just realized that I should have made her cape longer. So just imagine her cape was a bit longer so she would be able to glide in the sky. They would basically work like Minecraft Elytras. So onto her Kwami Tiki. If you didn't know, Kwamis are magical beings that grant the users magical powers. And Tiki is just there to grant Marinette powers, give expositions, and also being Marinette's yes man. All she does is praise and praise Marinette, and maybe sometimes lecture her. But it never seems like her lectures ever work and Marinette still continues to use her powers for her own personal needs. Like Tiki, you have lived for thousands of years and you can't even handle a teenage girl? Since Tiki and Plaque are supposed to be opposites, and Plaque is very chill and carefree, I feel like Tiki should be much more uptight and strict with Marinette. Not just there being like, oh my goodness, Marinette, you're the best ladybug there ever is. Like, no, Tiki, no. So for Marinette's relationship with Chloe, things would basically stay the same except for the fact that Chloe actually gets a redemption arc. Ever since Chloe gave up her Be Miraculous, I want her to start realizing that she isn't a good person, and I want her to start changing for the better. Master Fu saw this because of reasons, and gave her back her Be Miraculous. I want Ladybug to hate, absolutely hate that Chloe got back her Be Miraculous. I want her to learn and realize that Chloe has actually changed and is trying to be better. Chloe actually starts treating Marinette well in school, and after a while, they get closer. And Marinette actually learns the reason why Chloe was mean in the first place. Spoiler alert, it's because of her mom. Okay, so as I am editing this, I just realized that my script isn't long enough for the whole video. It's my first video, don't judge me. So just enjoy the speed paint for now. Don't click off the video just yet because I do have something I want to show at the end though.
Quick, what's the meaning of life?
this yet, I have something I want to show you. So this is what Marinette / Ladybug would sort of look like if she was in 3D. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, as this is my first YouTube video. Thank you and goodbye.